Hell yeah. Texas gets the win versus Texas A&M 27-17. And this is the Rivalry Week Takeover brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. And Academy, we were able to finish it strong for you. Man, awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is a game that I didn't think we were going to win. And I'm ecstatic. I was sleepy until like the fourth quarter, and I'm wide awake now. So I'm super stoked. Before we get into it, though, y'all head over to Inside Texas. Got a great deal for you. 50% off Black Friday deal. You can get everything for just half the price for a full year. Incredible stuff. And I'm sure the post-game thread is going absolutely wild.
Oh, man.
I'm Texas Homer. I'm joined by Nick from Nino's Corner and Coach Dub. Man, let's talk about it. First things first, man, just how you feeling?
Coach, go ahead, man.
Man, look, Texas found a way to win tonight. I mean, it was I know how the first half was going. I was like, man, okay. Around, I was thinking, Aggies, you're probably gonna turn it on second half. That's what I was thinking. And what kind of team are we second half? And so I don't know, man. It was teeter time back and forth, and then second half we came back, got 3-0, we scored, and we went up with that touchdown. I was like, okay. You kind of see A&M lose rhythm. Then they kept going, getting third, and they couldn't. I knew they weren't going to convert on fourth and short, even if they tried. Well, they did the one time, but I was like, they don't have any kind of groove or rhythm on offense. You know what I mean? I don't know what they were trying to do. It didn't seem like a cohesive game plan from them. I'll credit to us for whatever we did on defense, but it didn't seem like the Aggie offense that they've been running all year. I'm not sure if they wanted to go pass heavy because they know Texas busts a lot of coverage. Like, we're just going to go ahead and throw the ball. But I thought they should have ran the ball more, set up the pass, and I thought they went away from that. But hey, we got stops when it mattered. We got them off the field, and man, I don't know. Texas good at that one. I found a way to win. I got worried though. I did get worried. I said, "Yo," when Baxter was in the game, I said, "Sark, hey, no, don't put it in neutral. I need overdrive." I was like, hey, the more times the defense is out, they just came off the field. That was a quick 3 and out. I said, "Man, hey, they might score here," and they went down and scored. Now they got the face mask right, so. But I was just like, yo, man, no, Sark. And then, Arch takes the QB.
Arch puts the cape on.
Yeah, QB right up the middle, man. I was like, okay, ball game over. But after my seat, I'm glad I got a game out of that one, man. I was full. I got to burn off some extra things left. It was a good game, though. Good game. Glad we came out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick.
Oh, man. Arch Manning has grown up. He has grown up in front of our eyes, man, over this last season. Just seeing how he has just matured over those first 3 games to now, man, it's just outstanding. And Arch is learning to use his feet more often when he needs to use his feet. And I'm telling you what, man, when he uses his feet, that's almost like his X-Man power. I mean, well, his throwing ability too as well, but he can run. And folks really don't realize just how fast he is and how big he is and how strong he is, man. But he made some outstanding throws today. Also, a shout out to Trey Wisner. Like, he lived to play against Texas A&M. Last year, 180-something yards. This year, same thing. I mean,
155 yards, averaging 8.2 yards per carry, dude.
He balls out against A&M. Wingo, man. He had a couple, PIs that didn't get called, didn't let that get to him, made that tough catch in the back of the end zone today. This team played their butts off, man. Actually put in the chat, like Thursday, I said, fellas, I was more worried about Arkansas's offense than Texas A&M's offense, and I think we have an opportunity to really get this game. I don't know how confident I was in that, but I'm glad I said that. Our defense showed up today, 2 picks, just looked amazing.
Even Burke.
Burke played his butt off. Colin Simmons played his butt off, man. I'm just proud of the team, man, because the team could have folded. Early. They could have folded early, man, but they didn't, and that's the culture, right? So just happy for the team, man.
Well, and there's a huge difference between 9-3 and 8-4. Like, it feels, I don't know why, but it feels miles apart. So if the floor for this Texas team with a really rough season, everyone can agree, is 9-3, okay, I can live with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure, Kane Daddy, now TX Beats. Say what you want about Sark, but our rivals hate to see that man coming. Absolutely, man. When the Arkansas, OU, A&M.
No. Our rivals hate to see Wisner coming. Because they can't stop outside zone. Like, it's like, do they play the same style of defense, OU and A&M? They're just aggressive in attack and leave themselves like wide open.
Wide open.
Every single time they play it, you would think they would learn, but Like Wisner is the rival killer.
Well, it's on the tape, man. It's like I'm like, look, they're not sounding their run fits, but my flip was like, dude, our run game's awful. So maybe you get the occasional Wiser pop up. That's always a variable, but it was still like, can we even capitalize on it?
Yeah.
You know. And shout out Wisner, he absolutely did, and he got him an explosive too, man. So
yeah, he got a
shout
couple,
out.
didn't he? Yeah.
Wisner just like sits like a monk and just prays for like most of the season, and he's just you better wait until it's OU or A&M. Manning over Reed. So this was a big key we were harping on all week. Several analysts talked about it. Marcel Reed is he needed a lot of help. And so, of course, he looked good. Good run game, good receivers and stuff like that. And I'm not going to knock him like he's a bad quarterback. Not doing that.
Yeah.
But he's not a fully developed quarterback. And he wasn't ready to progress and read the full field and make tough decisions. You get real used to those star receivers being open over the middle and you going like that, you know? So the key all week was make Marcel Reed play quarterback. And we did. And in crunch time, you saw it happen. 2 interceptions there. So to be able to identify that and most importantly, execute on identifying that feels absolutely great. And I was kind of bummed when he tweaked his ankle because I was like, I don't want to win like that.
Same here. Same
I
here.
was like, you got to come back in, dude. So I was glad that he was healthy and was able to come back in because I did not want him going down.
Exactly.
It was awesome.
Okay. Quentin, yeah, you got one right, bro. You got one right, Quentin.
Yeah, you got one.
He got it. He got it. Oh, man.
But Wisner had a lot of patience, a lot of stuff for Wisner. He deserves it. Patient, and they're just out of their gaps, man. Like always. That's what we said. You know, they're going to be out of their gaps, and they were. And they in the third quarter, you notice their demeanor changed.
Sure did.
They started to doubt themselves. Like they started to look tentative on defense, on the back foot. A&M's whole thing was overwhelm less talented teams, right? Feel like the bully on the block. And the second they weren't the bully on the block, they started to get a little nervous and their body language changed. Yeah. So I thought that was a cool part too.
Man, Parker Livingstone. He had a pretty good game too today, man.
He did. I mean, those third down catch across the middle. I thought even injuries got him one. I was like, okay.
I mean, injuries. Hey, this is the first game that I think we like showcased the tight end. Like pretty much all game. So like Idris had
I've been waiting all season for injuries, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, like this is the first game where it was just like this is what we wanted all season from him. But it is what it is, man. So better late than never. But man, I'm just proud of the team, man.
Me too.
I'm just proud of the team.
Me too. Yeah, it's been a really rough season and a lot of highs and lows. But to finish like that, man, that's what you got to ask for. And convincing, right?
Yeah.
You shut the door, you win by 10, you get a couple of picks at the end. Wasn't some you won by 1 and da-da-da-da. Then you had to deal with some of the ref weirdness.
Oh, my God.
And we're able to overcome that because I hate whenever it's like we lose and it's like, well, it's because of the ref. Well, guess what? We overcame some of the ref stuff too.
Sure
so that was really cool too. Told you before the game we were going to win. Good call, man. Told you Reed was mid, of course. Wingo made a difficult touchdown catch. Yeah, I mean, yes. Arch almost missed that. And, we've had issues with Wingo going up and getting it and just hands in general. And he was able to do it when it mattered. And that's a tough catch, man, how he had to move in space there.
Yeah, that's NFL.
Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, hey, I was like, man, please don't drop this. First I thought I was going out of bounds. Like, he threw it to the play clock in the back. He just floated up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, where's the ball going? It's like one of those movie slow motion. The football's kind of going in the air, and then all of a sudden Wingo was like, oh crap, please don't drop it. But
don't do it. But he caught it, man.
We got Georgia. We somehow benefited Georgia again. We got Georgia into the. Are you guys in the SEC championship now with Bama?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's them versus Bama
even when
now.
we win, Georgia wins again.
Exactly, man.
No, but hey, this is what we need. We need Georgia to curb stomp Alabama.
Yeah.
Because that'll put Bama at 3 losses. See, look, I'm talking playoff talk now.
Now we're back, baby. We got to stump for the playoffs now. But I didn't think this mattered in the outcome for A&M. I didn't realize that beating them knocked them out of the conference championship.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that till pregame because, frankly, I just haven't been paying that much attention to the outcomes because I've been bearish. And but whenever I was like, oh, we have a chance to knock them out of the SEC championship, I was like, now this game means 30% more than it already could have.
But is that but is that saying that Bama has to beat Auburn first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming
That's not guaranteed.
They always have a tight
not.
end. No matter.
That's not guaranteed.
what.
It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying? Where are they playing at this year? Is that Bama or is that Auburn?
I think
I
it's
don't know.
Auburn this year. Because
Oh,
first year they got it was Auburn when they got the late pass to Bond and Bond.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's Auburn, so who knows?
Yeah,
That's gonna be a wild game.
Jeez, man.
yeah.
Dude, Auburn might beat them. My house will be in shambles tomorrow. Oh man!
All right, let's see. Miss if Auburn wins. Oh, Georgia Old Miss if Auburn wins.
Oh,
So
I
it's
forget.
Auburn.
Miss only has one loss.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would almost want to see Georgia Ole Miss play, even though
So
they already
Georgia's
played
in
before.
Georgia's in regardless. We just got to figure out if Alabama is in.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
there's
So
no
Bama-
shot. There's no shot for A&M, right? Correct. To my
No.
SEC championshipers, let me know.
I don't think so. Then
Yeah, that's
because
Aggies are out. All right, then we're good.
yeah.
wow.
Aggies are out because Ole Miss would be the next one up because they're going to be higher ranked and they only got one loss, and the one loss was to Georgia, and it was a pretty close game too, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, that makes it even more beautiful.
That
my
makes it
friend.
way more beautiful. We just knocked them out of the SC championship.
Yeah. It's not
And they
gonna be-
can't say that they have a more recent appearance than us.
True.
Great Texas players made great plays tonight. It was unfortunate those same players did not do that enough in 2025 for sure. To begin the season as number one ranked team in the nation, Texas should not be 93. Hey man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
David Keith Williams.
God,
I
it
always love your thoughtful responses, but I've had my critical thing all season. I'm gonna enjoy this one, man.
I am too.
Hey,
man.
off season's coming. We're gonna get these things solved. No one's happy with 9-3.
Yeah.
But after like sitting through UTEP, I'm real happy with 9-3.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
You know,
just think of where we come from, guys. The Charlie Strong years, the end of Mac, Charlie Strong years, the Tom Herman years.
Yep.
We're complaining about 9-3.
Yep.
That's the, I'm seriously, that's the standard now. It's like 9-3. Man, we sucked this year. Like we sat through some 5 and 7 seasons, a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Sark, shout out to Sark, man. I give him his props, man. I give him his props today, man.
And in the second half, because I was frustrated. I was like, man, Sark, what's up, man? Like the offense can't score in big games, man. Like this is too frequent of a occasion.
Yeah.
And in the second half, man, they did their thing. And it was like they brought Townsend like he was a split zone blocking tight end. And and that was nice.
That was sweet.
Little league, man. End around, tight end around at that.
They
was
broke
so nice.
A&M with injuries a couple times. They
made 4
A&M
catches for 95 yards or something like that. Like Andrews went off today, man.
Yeah,
he went off.
Made him bust. So it's like so Sark, shout out. And then he stuck to the run game, which was showing promise in the first half.
Yeah,
but he came back to it. He tried to go to Baxter, but I'll let that slide.
Yeah,
and so the second half was really solid. So you're good with me today, Sark. Today,
yeah.
Aggies won't get a first round bye. Cool. All right.
Oh man, look, we got Coach Bedford's in there, man.
Yeah,
Vince Bedford.
Enjoy the moment. I'm with you, Coach.
Enjoy the moment.
Shout out, Coach.
Coach Bedford.
Yeah, he's always in the chat, man. It's always good to see him.
Hey,
are we going to make the playoffs? I have no idea, man.
I don't think so. A lot has to happen.
Yeah, a lot has to happen.
A lot has to happen, man. Like Utah has to go down. Bama's got to go down hard.
Let's start looking at the schedules.
I mean, the argument is like how many hard teams we've played, and we went 3-2 against them. Paul broke it down this morning, but we've played like 5 top 14 teams, and like 4 of them are in the top 8.
Yeah.
And we went 3-2. So it is kind of funny if they're like, y'all aren't good enough for the playoffs. It's like we beat 3 playoff teams,
Yeah.
So it's like clearly Texas can beat teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
The reality is, there's people ahead of us, a bunch of stuff going on. So I don't even know. I will look at it tomorrow and actually try to get a vibe.
Florida happened. If we win Florida,
yeah,
we're in.
I'm good either way, man. Like you do this, you get into a bowl. Hopefully, you get your 10th win in that bowl.
Yeah,
and then really you get this month to plot on all the playoff
special
teams. Yeah, but you get to plot on everybody, right? You get to go like, who do we want? Who's not happy at X playoff team? Come join us. And then now we're looking at all the G5 guys who we want to bring up, running backs from the G5.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So like,
Why
I
you
like the
talking that?
month of
Why
not
you-
game planning. I don't want to be game planning against major teams when I could just be plotting on next year, you know?
That's true. That's true.
That's
That's
true,
true.
man.
So that's the big thing.
I
Yeah,
tell you what,
I know.
man, having Smith come back in after halftime was
Yeah, I
huge.
thought the fits were a lot better.
Yeah.
When Tyson Smith came in, you can saw him play. You know, he playing in space well, but him also reading and diagnosing his keys and slowing down the run game. And shout out to Texas Turf. Ruben Owens couldn't catch his footing at all. There's a few times he doesn't slip. He might be gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Thank you, Turf Monster, right? A few times. And so, man, I don't know what was up with the Turf. I feel like everybody was getting hurt. But I hate playing a what if game if we beat Florida. You know, what if Mississippi State doesn't crumble at the end? You know, what Mississippi State doesn't crumble at the end, or Kentucky doesn't crumble at the end. So I want to play the what if game. We should have just took care of our business.
Just take care of business. Yeah.
I'm so happy with this, man. Like it's the playoffs are cool. They're nice to say you went, but get a 10th win in a bowl. And like I said, get ready for next year because everybody knows there's a lot of things we got to fix.
Right.
And
I tell you about next year too, Homer. After seeing Arch this year, like you can tell this is the pre-year for his year. You know what I'm saying? Like this kid has learned so much this year. Like you could tell the wheels were turning slower at the top of the season. This year, the wheels are turning. I mean, like these last 6 games, they've been turning really well. I'm so excited to see what this kid is going to do next year. Like he is going to be lights out. It's almost like he just figured it out, man. And once he figured it out, it's just like he's been ascending. You know, just him using his feet. You know, his passing mechanics. You know, like just moving around the pocket. He's looked so clean. He's looked so good, man. I'm excited about next year for him. Very excited.
Yeah,
and I think in a weird way, him getting his ass beat the first half of the season, everything gets easy after that, right?
Yeah.
Like he's dealing basically at the beginning of the year, he has the yips, right? He can't complete anything. Then once he starts completing, he's getting slaughtered for weeks on end. And then of course all the psychological weird stuff of being that famous, you know?
Yeah.
And so, man, it's been what, 3 months? He must have felt like he lived 2 lifetimes this season, but to come out on the other end of that is good. And the weird part is he has all the NFL traits, but evaluators will actually like that he got knocked down.
Yeah.
They'll like that he had adversity, right? Because he's responded to it. It's way better than the kid that it's always perfect for, right? And so there's a lot of stuff. And he just does NFL stuff all the time. Now, he still needs to get more accurate.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a big thing. He still was missing some throws tonight too, right? But the gamerness and the gamerosity was on display again, hunting stuff downfield, making plays, and of course the big run to kind of shut the door on them was really, really solid.
That was solid, man. Ethan Burke played his ass off of that.
Ethan Burke, man, he played fundamental football. I thought he was playing. He played perfect, man. He was playing down the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, double team. He was doing it all, man. So I thought
Ethan looked good tonight, dude.
He's so nonchalant. They were interviewing him. They're like, what was it? They asked him, you know, the books have you guys at, you know, -2 or A&M at -2.5. So you guys aren't favorites. What does it feel like to be the underdog? And he's like, did they play college football? Probably not. And you could just tell that like this, he's like a surfer, dude. When you hear him talk, he's like, you know, he's just like,
he's
whatever.
A lacrosse player, wasn't he? Wasn't he like a lacrosse player?
Yeah, he's a lacrosse player. And so I had a feeling he was going to have a good game because he's done that as well against A&M. But it was awesome. Yeah, where was the pass D all year? Yeah,
sheesh, man.
And they played more aggressive too, man. Like there were some looks where they were legit on the line. Even the slants they were giving up, they were still closer than they had always been.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
They didn't have perfect awareness still, but there was some schematic stuff where they were putting a little more pressure. It was single high, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I thought it was just really. I said in order to win this game, Texas is going to have to elevate and play better than they have played, right? And I couldn't guarantee that would happen. That's why I thought A&M was going to win, but they did.
Yeah,
you know.
And we just shout out Ant Hill. And Hill didn't play today, folks.
Yeah, he didn't play today, man.
This guy's a potential first-round draft pick coming up this year. He didn't even play today. He didn't even suit up.
Yeah,
it was good to see those DBs play aggressive, uptight on the smaller receivers. And I don't think many people challenge him at the line like that.
Yeah,
you know, once Belto Roman, I think he was really the deep threat, the big receiver. He was hurt. I know he came back, but he wasn't the same. So that was the only guy that I think can win the line of scrimmage. Other than that, they always use the other guys to go in motion. But it was the backups. It was Warren Roberson who didn't commit a penalty tonight.
He didn't. He did not.
Shut out Warren. Black played well too. So when K. Phillips went out, so man, and feel sorry, man, for
Black had that big hit early in the game where you
Sure
saw
did.
that, and then of course the interception at the end. It was nice. It was all these guys that were just like, man, what is going on with these guys?
Yeah.
Even Taff had a rough couple games, past few games, man. Yeah, they did. People are still saying who we need to do. No one's saying that everything we thought before the game is still the same. Like,
right.
Nothing's changed.
This is just a good cherry on top of the season, right? I mean, just like, look, we beat OU this year. You beat A&M. You go 9-3 in a down year, basically. This is a good win to end the season. Beat a top 2 team, top 3 team in the country, knock them out of the SEC championship game, and
just the psychological effect of that.
It is.
You're about to go 11-0.
You're about to go 12-0. You're about to go 12-0.
You're about to go 12-0, and then this is
happens.
the year we're gonna get it. We're gonna get over on this team's different. All that stuff. So that was absolutely beautiful. Before we keep going though, guys, let's hear a quick word from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Any gate can be a tailgate.
All right, let's see. All right. I never drag Trey. He's meant to be your number 2 change of pace guy. Perfect in tandem when the other guy needs to be replaced next year. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'll be frank. I don't require Baxter's presence next year. Love him. Seems like an awesome guy. NIL era, getting paid. Got to renegotiate there or somewhere else. You need a number 1 back, a clear number 1 back. UNT's got one. I don't know if he's going to follow his coach to Oklahoma State, right? Who's the kid at UTSA? Robert Henry.
He took it to the house versus A&M the first game of the season. I think he's a senior though, but I got to double check on that one.
Is he? Let me check.
Man. So there's some backs in Texas at the lower levels right now that are ready to go, and running back's one of the easiest positions to project to the next level. Yeah, they go pretty smooth, and so that running back for sure is something we need. But we're about to have a month before the bowl game to talk about all of our portal needs. So we don't even have to get going on that.
Yes, and Robert Henry, man, he's a senior.
O-line is young, and they should be better next year. Only 2 of them, to me, are going to start. So I'm good with running it back with Baker and Gooseby.
Yep.
And then bringing in talent and competition, right?
Right.
Like, you don't want anyone to feel like they got it. But the interior is where I'm bringing in 3 minimum, realistically 4, because one of them is not going to pan out.
Well, both the interior guys leave. DJ Cole and Robinson are all gone anyway.
No, so Robinson's not.
He's a junior. Okay.
Yeah, because he's a red shirt.
Bring in a center, and then he can compete for it. Yeah, the guards you got to bring in, and then bring in a tackle that's like a good swing.
A good swing. Yeah. Just in case something happens.
Leave nothing to chance.
Yeah. Because next year is the year. I mean, like,
maximize Arch.
It's got to be the year because it's Arch's last year. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. It's his last year. Yeah. So you got to maximize it. Sark has to do everything all out. Running back, offensive lineman. I would love for him to go get a go-to a go-to guy at wide receiver who just throw the damn ball and he's gonna go get it, right? But Sark's very loyal and he has a bunch of guys returning. He got Wingo, he got Moore, he has Livingstone, so does he go get another guy, right? I don't know. There's a guy over there in Colorado I like, but I don't want to say anything about
that.
You got a good relationship with him. But
his mama tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the big thing. Is like for next year, I don't want any. If they develop, they will be. I just want to know what's up. Like going in with this team, I want to have ballers.
I want to have guaranteed. I need guaranteed next year.
You got to push the chips in, right?
Yes.
And then you have all the Sark stuff, whatever that may be with like the NFL. I know it's not happening, but still in the future, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know. We're going into year 6, right? So to me, it's like push the chips in, man. Like as much as you can. I know the money stuff is weird right now, but
You got to push it in, dude. You're gonna have Arch in this last year. And you're gonna have Colin Simmons in this last year. Like this is like Colt and Sergio, right? I mean, it's just like you got to maximize this right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to maximize. This is Vince and who was the starting defensive end when we had Vince? We had Vince. We had Brian.
Tim Crowder.
We had Tim Crowder. We had B-Rob. We had a Rackpo as a freshman. He was a freshman, right? Or a sophomore at the time. All right. But yeah, like this is VY and Tim Crowder. This is Colt and this is Sergio Kendall. This is Arch and Colin Simmons. You got to maximize everything next year. All chips in, man.
Is Tim as wild behind the scenes is on Twitter? Tim Crowder? Is he that
I haven't
wild?
talked to Tim in a long time. I haven't texted him in a while, but Tim is a real quiet, kind of calm guy, man.
Is
like,
He's country East Texas
he's
guy.
country,
He
dude.
gets it going on Twitter. That's why I was wondering what he's like.
Yeah, like he's like a calm dude, you know. So yeah, he was just a very humble guy, you know, when he was in college.
All right, let's take a look at some of these here stats, fellas. No touchdowns by the wide receivers. Hey, man.
Hey.
Shout out to the Texas defense because that core is the real deal.
They are.
Like, Concepcion's a real player. Craver, we have this thing when we beat them. It's like, oh, they suck. It's like, no, man. Like, you end up dissing yourself. Not realize you're dissing yourself.
No,
they had real players, man. We just did a really good job.
Very real players. Concepcion is going to be a top 2 round pick, man. I mean, easy top 2 round, maybe even a first rounder. If you know, so he's good.
So holding that unit to no touchdowns, man. Nobody got above, looks like 60 yards here. That's awesome. Reed had some scrambles, but they were all kind of desperation, not with playing within the offense type scrambles, right? Like they ran off. So that stuff was awesome. You know, about 63%, which is frankly higher than I would have thought. If you would have just told me, I would have thought he was probably like 58 or something like that. But 180 yards, no touchdowns. Of course, 2 interceptions. Talked about it at the top of the show, but that was the key.
Yep.
A&M fans were talking crazy about Reed and watching the film because, you know, I would watch it just kind of as a fan, but that's not really studying it. When you're watching, it's like, dude, if they had a 4th or 5th year QB, they could really, really have a shot. But Reed's actually was holding them back, and A&M fans had it totally opposite and thought Reed was elevating them, and that wasn't the case from the tape. So that was absolutely awesome. See what Arch ended up with. Really wet completion percentage. Yeah.
Hey,
dude, how do you go for 48% and still feel like you were the better, more dominant quarterback there? So Arch had a lot of completion issues. Of course, there were drops. He needs to work on his accuracy, just kind of period. But he made crucial plays when it mattered, that kind of stuff. And Wingo made a nice catch, kind of changes that whole thing. So, hey, man, hell of a game for 48% completion percentage.
It is.
We talked about injuries. Great to finally see. Man. I've been asking for that all season, man. Let's see how everything ended up here. So we averaged per rush 6.2. That's absolutely awesome. Texas has only had 1 game over 4, and it was Ohio State. So it's been 11 weeks. 11 weeks since we broke 4. So that's absolutely awesome. They averaged 4.6. That's what you were saying, Coach. It felt like they just couldn't. They were getting shaky, man. Like they were getting panicky, and not really like executing a game plan or like investing for a 4th quarter. Or they were just kind of living drive to drive there, and you could feel it, you know.
Yeah. Like no cohesion on offense was there. I don't know what he was calling on offense. It just didn't seem like they were in rhythm like they normally have been. And I don't know, maybe the heighten of the game and all that. You're just trying to go score for score. And it felt like a team or a staff that put a game plan together. Like I feel like we're better than them. We're gonna go out here and we're just gonna throw the ball around because we feel like we got better athletes. Like we're better than Texas, versus having a game plan. Like, no, dude, you still got to play within the game and let the game come to you. But I feel like they tried to go out and take it. And I don't know. It was just seemed like they were out of character the entire game, honestly. Except when they went hurry up in 3rd quarter, they scored. They ran the ball, threw the ball. Like, it was like, I thought that was their best drive right before, Arch took to kill their dreams. But It was the best drive besides the one before halftime. I want to say.
We got to talk about. I think PK has Colin Klein kind of figured out for whatever like styles make fights.
Yeah.
And he's had a lot of success against that coordinator. And even when they had the better paper team, that was the first time because at Kansas State he didn't have a better team, and then last year at A&M. So I think PK just kind of understands Klein's offense too. So we'll pay attention to that going forward because I think he's like 4-0 against Klein right at this point.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Homer, you be doubting the team. Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen the first 3 games?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't feel bad about it at all. Like, the numbers and the tape were like, doubt the team. But I'm glad I'll happily take that out, man. 1,000%.
Yeah, man, who got the special teams penalty? They did. I was like, I when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh,
They called the chop block.
It's on Warren Roberson. I said, it's on Warren. I just know it's on Warren. It was against him. I was like, okay.
It did have one thing though. I tell you what. All right, so Warren went down, tried to make the tackle, but went up high, right, and then it bounced off from. It should have been a straight tackle as soon as the dude caught the ball, and he ended up bouncing to the left, and he ran for like 25 yards or so. But he went up high. Should have went down low, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, no penalties on him though. This is like the first game in like 5 or 6 games with no penalties on him. So
hey, stuff goes there. It's just your night when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, man. It's your night, man. And EJ Smith, he looks just like his dad. Jesus Christ, looks like his dad. I saw the picture. I was like, man, that's your child, man. You ain't denying that one, big dog. That's your baby.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Their tackling was bad again. We knew that we saw that on the tape and all that. Their tackling wasn't going to be super sound. So same thing. All the stuff that we saw on tape that were weaknesses at A&M were there. I didn't know if Texas was going to be able to expose enough of it, right? And they did. So that was the awesome part. But as far as like scouting A&M, I thought it was pretty accurate what we thought about them.
Yeah.
So that part was cool. I did not expect the receivers to get shut down like that, though. But it makes sense, right? If you shut down the quarterback, you're going to shut down the receivers.
Exactly.
That's true.
So that's a big factor. Third downs. Still not a great day on third downs. We were in a lot of them, 4 for 13. So it's funny. If I would have told you Arch threw for 48% completion percentage when we were 4 for 13, you'd have been like, oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Rough night. Rough night.
Rough night. Seven penalties. Some crucial ones that Jelani McDonald one was pretty rough because that's kind of at the moment where you were like, Texas can mess this up, right? That's what it – because we did it versus Georgia and Ohio State. But nope, shut the door on them. So that was absolutely awesome growth there as well.
3rd and 21 in the face mask, get my first down.
Man.
Yeah, it is what it is. We recovered.
And then 2 for 2 in the red zone. A&M 3 for 5. We knew that their offense was a little bit above average, but not great, not elite, right? When you see those numbers, you're like, you're not going to win a national championship with those numbers. And so same thing, 3 for 5. So that was accurate too.
Yeah. I kind of figured it was going to be that. I mean, I don't know. Man, what a game, man. You look at these stats, it's like, I don't know. It felt like we dominated more, maybe because the third quarter we got some in 3 and outs, but
yeah. And the
looking at stats, I don't know, man.
We just dominated just the second half, but it's almost coming to the point to where you can look at Arch, and I hate saying this because it just sounds funny to say, but some people just have the it factor, right? Mm-hmm. Like he's starting to get it, and it's almost like he's to the point where you just see it, everything's slowing down for him, and he's starting to get that it factor. He's a kid that's been well taken care of his entire life, right? he's never had a missed milk cramp, right? But he's also the guy that has the fire on the team. You see him on the sidelines. He's always crunk. He's always motivating the team. You don't usually get that from a guy with his background. You just don't. He has it like he got out the mud, like a kid that just came from like Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? But he's a kid that has that mentality, but didn't have to grow up in that environment to have that mentality. He just has it. I don't know what to say. He's just a guy that just knows how to play. He loves the game. You can tell he loves it. Most folks who grow up in that atmosphere and kind of has everything, just like at your will, you might play it because your dad played, your uncles played, your grandfather played.
You're supposed to play.
Yeah, I'm supposed to play. He really loves it. You can tell he loves it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's just a different character, man. He's a different character. I'm excited for next year, dude.
I'm excited. These stats are really blowing me away here. I'm looking at the passing down percentage.
This game should not even be like this.
They won a lot of situational football moments, except they didn't win big plays. But I'm looking at it like, wait a minute, what game did I just watch? Because
if you look at the stats, it does look like A&M should have won.
Yes, it does. But it looks like they should have.
But it's not even one of those ones where, like, man, it felt like Kentucky, we stole one, right?
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel like we stole one at all. Even looking at the stats, like, no, we beat them straight up.
We dominated them in the second half, and it wasn't even
almost 50% of our downs were passing downs, which is like insane levels of being behind the sticks.
Exactly.
And that's what I was worried about, because I was like, Texas is behind the sticks, and they're number one sack team, and it started to look like that towards the end of the second.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to do it and rise above.
Yeah,
there we go.
Time possession.
Every third down, distance to go, almost 9 yards.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's not winning football. That's not winning football at all. And so
we even lost the time of possession, about 4.5 minutes.
You see what I'm saying? I don't see how. It makes you go, man.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the game and just told you to guess the score, you would think A&M won, but nope, psych.
Yeah, that's so weird. But hey, whatever. I'll take it.
Turnovers is the best stat. So that was one of the biggest keys for me too, is we have a big turnover margin advantage versus them numbers wise.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to see turnovers, because I also knew that would affect Reed psychologically too.
Yeah.
Because they were feeling themselves this week. Armaj Reed Adams, who's the coward now.
2 years in a row he's talked, though.
He's talked crazy twice.
Yeah.
And then Marcel Reed did an interview.
He didn't? After the game?
No. Pre-game with somebody, and he was talking about how bad he wants to beat us and all that. And
well, try again next year.
I mean, he looked nervous and trying too hard from play one.
Yeah,
he was like, I was like, the moment's too big for him. He wants this too bad, and it was clear that he wasn't ready for that. And Arch, for whatever reason, he was ready to go, man.
Yeah,
Arch
is grown, man. He's grown up.
But to your point about his mentality, I mean, he's been struggling with himself all year. Like, he'll go, he stands over that dude for Sam Houston. His mom gets mad at him. He said something else post game, and he's like, "My mom's mad at me for that." So, like, he's a young, wild guy. He has an edge to him, but his family's like, "You got to be nice, Arch." He's like, "All right." He's done it consistently. So, yeah, these numbers are actually pretty wild looking at him.
It just sucks.
But hey, man, stats aren't everything, dude.
Yeah.
Get Sark, we ran for 200 yards and we dominated run. Yeah. And he almost did it again. Like, we were running all right early too, and he came back for it. Look, I'll give Sark the credit. My problem is, not wanting to adjust, right, and being too stubborn as a play caller. That's one of my biggest critiques of Sark. But in the second half, they started to do cool schemes like the red zone stuff to Townsend, broke that out.
Mm-hmm.
They started to rely on these outside runs where they were pulling guys out, and then they stuck to it. They started scheming stuff up for injuries, which I've been asking for all year to get injuries involved, just because he's so sure-handed. Why wouldn't you throw to a guy? He had like a 90% catch rate at his previous play. It's like, dude, just throw it at him,
Mm-hmm.
So he did a lot of stuff there. It was funny, though. We've been setting up that fake screenplay for 5 weeks, and then we just screw it up play one on the double pass. I was like, that's also very Sark, right? Like, set up something for 5 weeks and still not get the payoff. But I thought that was
burn
funny.
that damn play.
Yeah.
We used to do it with Roy Williams all the time.
What do you think the Aggies will do in the
Everybody's
playoff?
saying run. Hey, look, our running game works
twice a year.
It's the same type of defense. You can yell at Stark all day long, but it works against two type of defenses: attacking defenses who get out of their gaps.
Defenses, and they have to be athletic, right? Because they have to be used to bullying teams.
Yeah.
So it's like OU can bully teams with lesser talent. A&M can do that too, right? So they have to be this attacking, penetrating style, and they have to be cocky, and their style has to be inherently kind of arrogant, right?
Yep.
And then they play us, who we have equal better talent. And yeah, for some reason, we beat that style really well. And it's consistent now. And thank God that happens to be the play style of our rivals that we're able to do that against.
I ain't gonna lie, for us not to be able to run the ball this year, for us to go 9-3, not really have a running game, to be honest, man, like that's kind of impressive. just gonna be honest. we have we have no running game, to be honest with you. It was like non-existent all year.
Yeah, it was our first 100-yard rusher game this, and I said, look, man, our run game shows up every fourth game, something like that, and I didn't even get every fourth game. I just got really OU and A&M, but it does randomly show up, and it's not necessarily tied to anything, whether a good or a bad run defense doesn't matter. I had a feeling maybe it could be this game, and because it's the last game, it had to show up, or else it just wouldn't.
Yeah,
but I didn't think we would get the explosives as easily as we did. So shout out to that man, Wisner. What do you think the Aggies will do in the playoffs? So here's my thing. I didn't know if Texas is going to be the one to expose it, but they had these weaknesses, right? Like not being a lead in red zone scoring, being really, really bad in defensive red zone on defense. Those are not national championship stats. You don't win the national championship when you can't finish on offense or stop them on defense. So somebody's going to stop them.
Yeah.
Eventually. Didn't, once again, making sure people know, I didn't think it would be us. But somebody would catch it, and I knew someone would catch Marcel Reed. Once he got like against the sound secondary and stuff like that, I knew he would get rattled eventually. But I'm glad it was us that did it. That's for sure.
Like I said, I thought they tried to put the game in his hands, and that hadn't been a game all season, if you ask me. Like, run the football and set up the play action stuff, get those receivers one-on-one in space. I felt like it's almost like they tried to spam their favorite plays. Like, Texas defense sucks. We're going to throw the ball against them versus, letting the flow of the game come in. You want Marcel to go read it. You wanted him to go win the Heisman tonight, and that wasn't the game plan. You should have ran it. Like, you just can't say the secondary sucks. We're just going to throw 400 yards. It doesn't work that way. You got to set it up. You got to make Texas adjust. And I feel like we were like, man, they're not going to stick. It's almost like it was a reverse opposite of Sark. Sark's not going to stick with the run. Well, A&M wasn't going to stick with the run tonight. So I don't know, man. Play right into our hands. It worked, though. But
they got in their head with it. And that's why it was Marcel for Heisman. Like, he's not a Heisman quarterback. He's had a great situation. He's been in sunny conditions. But you take him out of those, and it's not that every Heisman quarterback needs to be on an awful team to prove themselves, but he was a developing younger quarterback that's good, but he wasn't at that tier yet. So we'll see if he comes back and all of that. But A&M fans had him totally messed up. Having to hear what they were saying, I was like, y'all have no clue what you're looking at on tape.
Right.
We'll see what we got here. Third downs. These are all just drive stuff.
So Texas is beating 3 top 15 teams, huh?
Yeah. Vandy, OU, A&M.
And A&M. Wow.
Yeah. And so that's where the argument for people like, man, Texas can't be in the playoffs. It's like, we beat several playoff teams, not just one. It wasn't a one-off. Like, we beat several. And so that's the factor. If you want to do the Texas goes to the playoffs argument, I don't need us to go to the playoffs, but
no,
that would be your strong argument there.
Ooh, a lot has to happen.
Let's get in the head start in recruiting the portal. How about that? I'm with that.
Yes, I want to. Yeah, portal. I need portal lineman, portal running back, and the go-to wide receiver.
Give it to me. All right.
That's what I need.
Let me pull up something here.
There we go, Drew.
What did Drew say?
Just finished listening to Sark sounding like Mac. I haven't heard anything.
Rick Kelson. Yeah, just finished it. Yeah.
I can't hear anything because we've been on this. As soon as I finish with all our videos and stuff, we still have to do a couple more after this. Get them edited, but then I'll pay attention to all the post game and rewatch and all that. But before we keep going, guys, the holiday season is here, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has the legendary gifts you need at undefeatable prices every day. Shop in store or online at academy.com to save on gifts on everybody's list. From football jerseys and basketball hoops to fire pits and deer stands, the most wonderful time of the year happens here. This Christmas, give the gift of fun from Academy Sports and Outdoors. And I was at Black Friday shopping today, and I got a lot of good stuff from Academy on the cheap, man.
On the cheap.
Yeah, I was getting running gear. I was getting nice jogger sweatpants for like $14. It was nice, man. I really enjoyed it. So shout out Academy. I actually had to go twice today because I forgot one thing that I was getting. All right. Prior to tonight's game, Arch Manning threw for more yardage than Marcel. He also threw less interceptions and rushed for more touchdowns than Reed. Manning has thrown one less passing touchdown. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, that argument doesn't have to continue now, right? Because that was all week. It was Marcel versus Arch, trying to make the point that Arch has no run game and had a bad offensive line, and their numbers are similar. What does that say to you? But A&M fans couldn't wrap their heads around that one.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the biggest moment because all year is like, we're different this year. We're not going to get psyched out by Texas, all that stuff. In the third quarter, you could see it. You could see it in their defense that they were nervous and they were on the back foot. And that was such a good moment for me because I was like, oh, I think we actually got this because they're not playing how I've seen them play, you know?
They're timid, man. They played timid.
They did. You can kind of see a teeter time. They didn't play with confidence that you see, I guess, A&M's defense play with. Even when they give up explosive plays and get beat, they still feel like rearview mirror next play. But this game, it was kind of like tiptoeing. It was unsure of themselves. Who's going to make the play? Who's not going to make the play? Like, instead of 11 people hunting, it seemed like they're depending on other dudes to make a play. And so nobody just stepped up. So I don't know, man.
I thought DKR brought it tonight too, man.
It did.
Like it came through the TV. Like you could hear it. Like you could hear the roar.
Yeah.
And normally you can't. And so I thought DKR really brought it. Of course, gave them a reason to be engaged. But we got crucial like delay of games and like jumps and offsides and stuff.
Yeah,
that was the fan.
Some false starts too.
Yeah, so like that, I thought the people in the stadium did a great job as well, and a lot of the Aggies are in that stadium too. So I thought that was a big factor as well, and just all around kind of a great moment.
It was just great because Aggies just knew they had this game won.
They did.
Just talking to people, they just knew that this is their game. They knew they had it won. And they were just like, we're going to beat you guys and go to the SC championship game. Ha, 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 ha. Right? Yeah. And, it's good to, like to not get those texts on my phone right now. So.
Well, I was at on Thanksgiving morning, I'm at the turkey trot, right? And I'm waiting before the race starts. And it's a family of A&M people in front of me. So I'm talking to them, like, y'all excited for Friday night. And they were really nice people. So they were just completely confident and not in even an arrogant way. Like you could tell that I cannot wait for Friday because we're going to get our win, Yeah. And for some reason, even though I thought A&M would win, I remember thinking, I'm like, they're too confident.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even an arrogant confidence. It was just kind of like, this is God's will, like going forward. And so that stuck out to me how they were feeling. And of course, on Twitter, you get the most insane people, but A&M is out no matter what. So now it's just if it's Georgia versus Bama and then blah, 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 blah. If Bama loses to Auburn, they're out. But A&M, that's nice because they can't say they had the most recent appearance.
That's great.
So that part was awesome.
I just want a lot of teams to lose tomorrow. I need a lot of teams to lose tomorrow.
Man, I'm looking at schedules like who's in there that can lose that we need.
Look here. Vandy can lose to Tennessee tomorrow.
Okay.
Here,
Miami can lose to Pitt.
Who do we got ahead of us?
Bama could lose to Auburn.
This is true.
OU could lose to LSU. I don't think they will, but they could.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either.
So why Michigan ahead of us? They have one less loss, but who have they? If they don't beat Ohio State, who have they beaten?
Nobody.
I'm not even being mean. I'm legitimately asking, like, who have they?
Seriously, they lost to OU, they lost to USC, and they beat Washington, Maryland, Northwestern, Purdue, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Central. Nobody ranked. They haven't won. They haven't beat anybody ranked all season.
Like, what is that? Like, I don't.
They haven't beat anybody ranked all season.
How the
Yeah.
hell?
So if they okay, so Michigan, if they lose to Ohio State tomorrow, they're out of the way.
Yeah.
Vandy. And then keep in mind, Texas will get a natural beating number 3 jump here too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that part. Who's Miami got?
Pitt.
Yeah,
Pitt could beat them.
Pitt could beat them. How many losses does Pitt have?
2 or 3. They got 3.
Okay. Could they jump us though? Because I mean,
No, because Pitt's down at 22.
Oh, never mind then. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's music to my ears. Keep it going.
You got BYU, but I think they play West Virginia. Right? So no. They play UCF.
Okay.
So we need BYU, Miami, Utah, or if Michigan loses, them to lose, and then also a little bump, but that's still several people in front.
Yeah, you're hoping Tennessee beats Vandy. I don't know. It depends on where they're playing. I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
I still don't think we're going to make the playoffs, but
I don't either.
I haven't paid any attention to it because I didn't think we were going to make the playoffs.
Either, but I'm paying attention now. I need Auburn to curve stump Alabama tomorrow. I need Pitt to beat Miami. I need Tennessee to beat Vandy, and I need Ohio State to beat Michigan. If all that happens, folks, we might be in good shape.
And then you still have BYU has to play Texas Tech. If they win out, they got to play Texas Tech in the Big 12, right? So if they lose,
yeah, I don't.
Does that hurt them?
I don't think they would cancel somebody for losing the championship game, though.
Yeah,
nobody got canceled last year.
You shouldn't, even though losing the championship in a weaker conference doesn't mean it's. You get what I'm saying?
It's like
true. You almost should be more punished for that.
Yeah.
But the reality is, you can't punish people for going to the championship.
Yeah, because they didn't punish SMU. Even though SMU lost in the first round, they had a hell of a game. I mean, it was a game that went down to the wire, right? So,
okay. Hypothetical, we make it. Who do we draw first round?
Well, we're going to be at like the very bottom, right? So we're going
to be Ohio State. No, it'll be.
So we're going to face like a 5 because the top 4 will be on a bye. So it actually maybe if we're last one in, is it Tech? No, Tech's going to play number 12, who's going to be a G5, right?
Yeah.
So for maybe Oregon at number 6 if we're last besides G5 or something.
Or it might be Indiana because they're going to probably lose to Ohio State.
Oh no.
Well, A&M's going to drop down too.
Right.
They could drop A&M down to 6.
Rematch now, too.
We could drop A&M down to 6, and then we rematch them.
I don't even want to get in the.
I don't want. Some of the teams I don't want to play, so I'm like, hey, who would we play first round? If we did make it,
I don't think we're getting in, but yeah,
I don't think so either.
A lot of stuff has to go right, but I don't care, man. 9-3.
I would love to play Tech and smash them, just cause.
Yeah.
Look, hey, be
Tech
careful
tough though.
Be careful what you beg for. Hey, be careful what you wish for.
Tech tough though. I ain't gonna lie. Tech's tough. They got an SEC roster, SEC light roster.
They
playing
like an SEC team, didn't they?
Yeah, they're playing tough, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Do Texas fans forget that you just came from the Big 12 Mineral Pack? Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time, we weren't very good. So, that doesn't prove our point wrong. That the conference wasn't very good. We agree we weren't very good then.
Hey,
and then as soon as we got good, guess what happened? We immediately won it.
Yeah.
So it's incredibly tough. If you have talent like Tech did this year by now, you win it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah.
But it doesn't but like ACC and Big 12, losing the championship feels a little different than losing the championship Big 10 or SEC. All right. I don't think Tech is that good. I mean, we'll have to see, man. That'll be a fun part too to kind of if we're not in the playoffs, to just watch the playoffs as a fan too, will also just be nice. But I don't know what our bowl projections are and stuff like that at 9-3 either. So we got to see what kind of the big key there is. All right, game balls or anything, guys? Who do you want to give them out to? Who are the?
Trey Wisner, of course.
Trey Wisner on offense.
Yeah, Trey Wisner. Ethan Burke.
I was going to say you stole both of mine. Yeah, so Wisner on offense and then Burke on defense. I thought Burke showed up. I love that Tapp got that interception.
I do.
Yeah.
To be a walk-on, you love Texas. You play all these years. You get hurt. You have a bad couple of games, but then you get to – and you notice he wasn't giving that ball away when he intercepted it.
Yeah.
He took that to the sidelines. He's like, that one's going home with me.
My game ball probably go to offensive line played well tonight. Cassius Howell didn't do much. I know he got double teamed some, but still, I thought for the most time, Arch had.
Well, they had got some interior stuff because Arch was basically trying to cheat the system and throw it away at the last second.
Yeah.
They got the interior stuff, but it wasn't like, you're right, it wasn't Hal going off, right?
No.
Other than that, I don't know. Other game ball, I don't know. I either go with the young corners or the punter because I thought the punter did a good job pinning them back.
He
trying to
did.
make them try to feel a lot.
I think you can make an argument. Weirdly, you can make an argument for Wingo for just one catch. You can make an argument for injuries, and then
injuries.
The clear one is Wisner, and you can make an argument. Well, you can't go 48% and get MVP, but that run was nice. That's what I'm saying. The offense didn't have a crazy. That's what was so weird. They didn't have the passing offense didn't have a crazy one. It was mostly on the ground.
But Arch showed up in big moments too on the ground too as well. Yeah, you know what I mean, he just did well all the way around. Even though the stats doesn't show it, but he did well the entire game for the most part, right? I mean, he, like that pass to Wingo, almost got away from Wingo, but it was there, right? Got caught. Him scrambling, I thought kind of changed the game too. That long ass run he had, for 35 yards or so for a touchdown. I mean, that was kind of the moment, dude. That was nails, man. It was just like when Arch needed to make a play, he made a play. Which is what you want from your guy, right? So I loved it,
and it shows when he had a functional running game, even though he didn't pass that great.
Right.
He can still make stuff happen.
Yeah.
He can make the passing stuff when it matters, and he can do a run. If you give him a full menu and he's not just having to do literally everything. Like the first half, Sark was getting into the Florida game plan, and we were just spamming deep shots, and they're not calling defensive pass interference too, So that's tough to just throw a bunch of deep stuff.
Yeah, the announcer even brought it up. Why we got these long developing routes? Why are we doing that?
Yeah, I know. You saw
recipe for success, my man.
He did say that third and long, you can just pin your heads because they got a long developing route tree there in Texas. Yeah.
Surprisingly, secondary is my MVP. Yeah, man, you hold this wide receiver core to nothing. You get 2 picks on Marcel, make him nervous. I want to see what the defensive. What did we end up with? 1 sack, just one.
That's one. And that was Colin Simmons. He had that sack too, right?
Yeah. So
Colin had a lot of pressure today too. He had a lot of pressure today.
It would have to be secondary, right? Because we only got 1 sack. They still ran for 4.6, which is not a great defensive rushing performance. So yeah, I agree. I think that the back half, which is crazy because they were 125th in passing defense the past month.
So weird.
And what was weird too is LaFau. Whenever Smith came back, they took LaFau out, but I thought LaFau was playing well. Whenever I saw him in there,
yeah.
I thought Trey Moore. I didn't have any I'll have to see the all 22. That's more illuminating. But last week, Trey Moore was kind of glaring on tape for making mistakes. I didn't notice anything too crazy from him.
I didn't see much of attacking the bad defenders for Texas. It's not like they were just everybody's bad. Instead of attacking a Trey Moore in space on crossing routes, I didn't see them go at people like you thought they would have. It was like I said, that's why I said it was a weird game plan. If I see Trey Moore, I'm gonna make you cover, make a decision on crosses, and I just didn't see you attacking Grayson Littleton.
They were cocky.
Yeah,
they were really cocky with it. You got to think
they were cocky, man.
They were very cocky. Team. You don't have Ann Hill, you don't have Smith, and it's why aren't you attacking the guy who's in there for both of those guys? That's the guy that you need to go after all game, right? And then so Smith comes back in the second half, and then after that, it was lights out, man. Defense played so well. So
very weird.
The defense played extremely well there. Also, in the first half. So PK just has his number with that guy, man. It just is what it is, man. They played extremely well today.
Yeah, they were super disjointed. They got in their own head, man.
They did.
If they would have just played how they played, I thought they'd been fine. But they you could tell there was too much. We got to beat Texas. In their thought process, and they were really, really disjointed on the offensive side of the ball. And Marcel Reed is not the one that's going to save you from that.
No.
And so that was the big trick. And of course, not having Moss again matters.
Oh yeah, I forgot Moss and play. Yeah.
I think if they have Moss, they probably run the ball more, look like themselves.
Yeah.
But I thought the same thing last week. They were pressing against South Carolina, just trying to go out there and until South Carolina kind of just crumbled. They ran their offense second half, but it seemed like they tried to do the exact same thing versus us. Well, we're just going to force this because we're better, we're cocky, we're A&M, we feel good about ourselves. Like you can't win games like that. You're not.
Well, they were in like
That's
that
good
weird
thing, yeah.
abusive situation because they were like, man, did you see Marcel's performance in the second half? It's like, yeah, because his first half was helped put down a hole. So it's like there's context, right? They couldn't run and they were dropping some stuff. But you saw that it's like you can't push someone near the edge and then pull them back and then be like, man, I'm glad you saved me. It's like you were part of the reason they were in trouble, But all the announcers and stuff were like, did you see his second half? No one mentioned the first half,
right?
Which was a point of interest to show you when their run game wasn't perfect, they didn't look that good. So that was big. These are all just big plays. Let's see anything else. I think we gone through everything, guys.
I think so, man.
Yeah.
Man, awesome game. Absolutely awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
Wish I could have been in the building for that. That crowd themed electric.
I know.
We already got it up on the IT board, but a lot of recruits or commits, recruits and people who were at the game, like all these recruits giving a post-game reaction. Like, man, that's the loudest I've ever heard a game at DKR. Like, it was lit inside the building. Like, that's the first time I've seen that. So it was good to see those guys.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Y'all need to head over to Inside Texas. 50% off for a whole year. Hell of a deal. We'd love to see you over there. I'm going to be on there in just a couple minutes chatting with people. Chat, thank y'all. Huge win. 9-3 after a really just up and down season. Frankly, a mentally taxing season that we gone through. But, hey, 9-3, chance to get a 10th win in a bowl game. Get a couple weeks to catch our breath, which will be nice to heal everybody up. And, I'm excited. We're going to do the rewatch tomorrow morning. So when we get the all 22, I'll holler at you guys and you guys will know what we think. So make sure you tune in for that. For Nick and Coach Dub, this was the Rivalry Week Takeover brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. I hate having to say Rivalry Week, especially. All right. Everyone have a great night and hook 'em.